What's up, it's your boy Luke. A brand new episode of Family Talk starts now. Hey, what's up, it's your boy Luke, and I'm so happy to be back with a brand new episode of Family Talk for Volume 4. What? For Volume 4 of Family Talk, and a brand new year in 2024, with everything that the show has done within its first year, because our announcements that we made this year, those are all stats from last year, but we're finally announcing them at the top of the new year. So can't believe we've been playing in over 660 cities in the U.S. alone. Of course, we've been playing in every state in the U.S. And yeah, we have a few thousand listeners, so But I am super excited to talk about today's topic. This is my first episode on Volume 4 alone, not interviewing a guest, and alone, totally alone. So yes, I am talking about meeting NFL players and gospel greats. What an episode, right? So I thought to tie the two together because NFL players, that's huge, right? And then gospel greats as well. So meeting these people who are considered, public figures or, well-known or celebrities or what have you. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about meeting the NFL players last year. So I am with this community, this local community, and they invited us to different events. So this is one of the events that they invited us to. And it was an event, it was like an NFL luncheon or NFL networking thing or something like that. To where we met some NFL players, and of course, I didn't get any pictures. Why? I don't know. But that's something that I always can carry with me. And meeting people, and of course I don't know any names. Well, I think there's one name I can find because I have a mutual friend of them on LinkedIn, but I didn't know he was an NFL player either, because we've networked and we've been in different events together, so I didn't know. Being able to be in the room with NFL players, shake their hands, hear what they got to say, I know it's just really cool. It's really a cool experience, definitely for the books. Something I can share with my family, my future family. So yeah, that was great. It was last summer, so 2023, June 2023. It was downtown, and yeah, it was a very good time. And then sometimes it takes a second for it to pick up, because I think I was early. So when you're early, you gotta wait for people to come in. Some people might be late, traffic, whatever, what have you. So it picked up, and it was packed. Like, it ended up being a really, really good turnout. So super excited that I went to that event, and ended up talking to a publicist at the time, possibly working together, who one of her clients was on the Sherry Shepherd talk show. So that was really cool. So yeah, and then let's talk about meeting these gospel greats. So meeting these gospel greats, this was I want to say this was between the years of 2007, 2009. So I was a kid. So I was probably like 10 and below. I want to say it was like 2008-ish, something like that. Anyway, we met a lot of people. So for people who don't know, T. Jakes, I know, people saying what they want to say right now, but I'm not going to speak on that. Still respect him. And I haven't even looked into what they're really saying. I definitely wouldn't get on the bandwagon anyway, but especially, if it was somebody else, I wouldn't want to get on the bandwagon just because everybody else is saying something. I actually want to look into it for myself. So anyway, so let's just say, so Bishop T.D. Jakes, which is really known as America's pastor, he had an event called Megafest that he actually did for a while. Megafest is basically like this huge event, huge spiritual event, for Christians, and it was actually really cool. They had a lot of great performers, meet and greets and autograph signing and concerts of all these huge gospel legends like Kirk Franklin, Mary, Tamela Mann, David Mann was there as well. The Pine Sol lady, and I'm laughing because I feel like somebody says something, I don't know. But anyway, it was really cool. I mean, especially as a kid, to meet somebody who you see on TV all the time, because her Pine Sol commercials were playing nonstop, basically, especially when I was a kid. So to meet her in person was surreal. Um, and she was super kind, super laid back. Took a picture, so yeah. So she was there. There's just a whole lot of different people. And then for the kids, they had different events. I remember going, it was like, they had put us in like the child section, like the kids section. It was just really, I'm sorry to say, but it was kind of like a boring show. I don't know if it was, oh, I know what it was. How do I say this? It was pretty much like, it was like a show, like a concert, but like, I am trying to be PC about this. It was basically a show of people playing music that I wouldn't vibe to. And I'm not talking about gospel music, I'm just talking about the way they were playing it, the vibe. It just, I need a little bit more rhythm, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, me and this one kid, I think he was either my age or around my age. It was like, we was like, are we ready to go? But the thing was, he had this event like laid out for real. He had security on deck. So whenever the parents would leave their kids, like my mom did, and my aunts went too, and my brother did too, but he was older than me, so they had like a teenager section and like the kids section. I was in the kids section. They have security guards so that you know that your children are safe, so they couldn't leave. So you know that they're in that same space that you dropped them off at. So yeah, I remember we went to the bathroom. We was literally trying to come up with a way how we can get past security to leave and we wasn't trying to leave to do, nothing reckless. We just didn't want to be in there. It was just very humdrum and boring, what I remember. I do not remember his name, but we was actually real cool. We were cool, like you were in school, you know what I mean? Like you had a friend in school that you see every day. We were that cool, and we had just met, so don't remember his name, but that was super fun. Well, that experience, that concert, that was the only fun part, was us laughing and talking and trying to figure out how to get out of there. But yeah, my brother was in the teenage section, and I think Ty Tribbett was the performer, and still, to this day, Ty Tribbett's energy on stage is bananas. Like, he still jumps on stage, even back then, and that's not even any shade, but that was like 15 years ago or so. So can you imagine, what his energy was like, back then? So yeah, I remember my mom going, because she had got me, and she went to look at my brother, and she couldn't find him because I remember the concert was crazy. He has very high energy, very, so it's hard to find him. We finally found him, and then the grown-ups, they go to pretty much like a church service. So yeah, pretty much where you hear sermons and things like that, and the message, and it was really cool. It was actually a really cool layout. So I do want to go back to go to meeting the gospel greats. So I met so many people, I felt like so many people, but the ones who I remember and who stand out, I met Mary, which is my all-time idol. Even on my first podcast, I did an episode talking about my love for Mary. I'm a Mary fan, hands down. I've listened to all 7 albums. At one time, I think I owned all their albums, all the CDs. I know the songs. I got favorite songs that are not just singles. I know some are just that are on the album that people don't talk about, like 1 Minute, which I think is either on the Thankful or the Incredible album. So their first or second album. I love their reality show. I loved Erica's show she did with her family after that. So loved them on Sunday's Best. They're the original, part of the original host, or the original judges of Sunday's Best, which lasted 10 seasons. People will talk about that. I think that's one of, besides, I don't want to say besides, I think Bobby Jones Gospel is the longest running show on BET, and then Sunday's Best, I believe, because Sunday's Best, they aired from 2007 to 2000 something. So yeah, I don't know how many years Sunday Best aired, but I know they aired 10 seasons. So I said I like to say, I met Erica and Tina. I remember vividly. I can actually see it in my head. I remember walking up to them, and they were like, "Oh, you're so cute," and they signed their autograph on their picture they gave me. And I don't think we took any pictures. If we took pictures, I don't have them. And I remember meeting David and Tamela Mann, which everybody, if you don't know, aka Mr. Brown and Cora from Tyler Perry's everything, basically, series, plays, movies. So But yeah, so I met them. I remember Taylor being nice. I remember David being funny. I don't remember exactly what he said. And then I remember meeting Kirk Franklin, which was a really heartwarming moment. I don't think I like fully grasped it because I was young. But now, looking back, I'm like, oh, that was really cool. Like artists, celebrities, public figures, they don't do that. I remember seeing him, and I was excited because I knew who he was. I listened to his music, I listened to Mary Mary's music, and I definitely had heard Tamela sing, on Tyler Perry's plays and movies and stuff like that at the time. Or plays, excuse me. Yeah, she did sing in the movie. Okay. Anyway, but Kirk Franklin, I don't know. I was excited to see Mary Mary too, but I'm saying that I was so excited to see Kirk Franklin, I literally was running to him. I ran past his security guard. I remember his security guard just looking at me, and I ran up to him, gave him a hug, and he bent down to me, and he kissed me on my cheek and said, "I love you, baby boy." So I thought that was really cool. I thought that was nice. Yeah, because especially nowadays, I don't think security even play with children. You know what I mean? But I don't think that Kirk Franklin or his security guard thought I was a threat or harm or anything. So neither one of them said anything, and Kirk Franklin actually embraced me. So that was really cool. I think I talked about meeting him before on another show, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, and especially knowing his experience with his father and how him learning to be a father and wanting to be a father and be in his kid's life, knowing all that now, kind of adds to that experience. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really nice. So yeah, that was my times meeting NFL players and gospel greats. Have I met anybody else? I don't think I met anybody as far as gospel greats or NFL players. So yeah, I mean, both of those experiences were about 15 years apart. I was a child in one of them and an adult in another. But yeah. And then the guy who I saw at multiple events, going back to NFL players, the guy who I saw at multiple events, networking events locally, he played in NFL, if I didn't say that. I didn't know, you know what I mean? Because usually, and not to say the other players that I met weren't humble, but he was like super humble to where I had no idea until he actually said it at the event to where I met the other players, because he spoke at the event. I had no clue he was that humble. I remember he was telling me, he was like, in a nice way, basically, was like, you need to promote yourself more, you know what I mean? Because at first, I was still figuring out, how to promote myself, and, because I remember I used to go to network events and be going, and go hard, like, this is what I got going on, this is what I do, and, when people would ask me, oh, what do you do, or, oh, what projects are you working on, but that time I was figuring stuff out, you know what I mean, so I didn't know what project I was still doing, or who was going to be a part of it, or when it was going to air, so I didn't really have the confidence, or really even I didn't feel comfortable because I didn't know what to promote. You know what I mean? I didn't want to lie. Because there has been times to where I will promote stuff and it didn't come out because or whatever. It would just be put on the back burner. So now I'm more careful about what I promote at networking events. I want to whatever I'm talking about to come out. You know what I mean? So I want it to be a thing that's actually gonna come out. But you never know. You be planning on work on stuff and actually be working on stuff, and it just doesn't come out for whatever reason, or you want to fine tune it, or it just doesn't come together, or whatever, what have you. So I was like, you know what I mean? So I wasn't fully giving myself like, oh, I'm Luke, this is what I do, you know what I mean? So I don't know if he heard me or something, but he was like, yeah, you definitely should, promote yourself, basically take myself more serious, or promote myself, like, for real, basically. I say that, promote myself seriously, so yeah. But yeah, he was really cool, super nice for him to say that. I understood what he was saying, but that's where I was at with it, but I get what he was saying. So yeah, so what I learned is to be prepared more, and be able to have something that is solid, that is in the works, that is scheduled the whole nine, or that's something that's actually done, so that you can promote it, you know what I mean, and make sure your website's together, your social media, the whole nine. So, yeah. So that's what I learned. But yeah, definitely great. Definitely experiences that I can save for the books. I remember when I went to my first college that we were playing. I think it's Two Truths and a Lie, and I used Meeting the Gospel Greats as one of my truths, but I knew it would be something that people would think is a lie. So it wasn't like a prize or anything, but I guess I won, or I don't know. I don't think I should be happy about deceiving people, but that's kind of the point of the game. I think it was an icebreaker, icebreaker game. So, but yeah, that was a great time. So yeah, I am super excited to be back. Oh my God, for Volume 4 in 2024, coincidentally, right? A lot of fours. And yeah, a lot of newness. Super happy about the announcements we made and that we're making. And the numbers are doing crazy well. I mean, you guys listen to us. You listen to us even when new episodes are not airing, like consistently. So yeah, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So that means a lot to us. And yeah, I mean, kind of speechless because I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Because like no social media has been done. No social media is being posted or anything when these episodes aren't new anymore, and they still on the podcast platform. So there's no even promotion anymore for those episodes, and there's no new episodes airing at those times. You guys are still you are still listening. So yeah, that's wild, and that's mind blowing. So please keep listening, because numbers do matter. Numbers do open doors. Numbers do. Yeah, they give you opportunities, so we would love to do more family talk if it's meant to be and if it happens. But yeah, thank you God, thank you for listening, and please continue to listen. And I'm super excited for Volume 4. And yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you next time.
Hey, it's Brenda Sanders.
What's up? It's your boy Luke P. Sanders. Thank you for listening to our podcast, Family Talk. Be sure to follow us at Family Talk Limited Podcast on Facebook.